Hey, let me tell you a story. There was this guy named Evan, 29, tech journalist for a small online magazine based somewhere between New York and nowhere. His job was to test new apps, review trends, and write those glossy articles about the future of technology that nobody really reads past the first paragraph. One day, his editor dropped a new project on his desk, a social platform still in closed beta, invitation only, with a strange pitch line. See what you will love before it exists. Evan thought it was another overhyped AI gimmick, but the company claimed it used a predictive model so advanced it could anticipate your emotions before you felt them. It sounded like science fiction, but that's what sells. So he downloaded it, created an account, and waited for the feed to load. The first clips were oddly specific. A coffee shop with the same red cups as the one he went to every morning. A street that looked exactly like the one outside his building. A woman holding a newspaper from that day. He paused the video, zoomed in, and saw a reflection in the cafe window. A shape sitting near the glass. Same jacket he was wearing. Same haircut. He blinked hard, thinking the app was using GPS data to pull stock footage nearby. But the metadata showed no location tag, just a random hash code. His stomach turned when he realized the clip was uploaded 3 hours before he even installed the app. He wrote it off as coincidence. But that night, the feed refreshed again, now showing a short video of a man sitting at a desk typing. Evan leaned closer. The desk was his. Same monitor. Same ring stain on the wood. The video was low quality. Maybe a reflection or some reused B-roll. He tried to delete it, but the app didn't allow deletion. The next morning, his editor asked if the review was ready. He said not yet. Something's off with the algorithm. His editor just laughed, said don't overthink it. Just make it sound smart. The feed updated again around noon. Now it showed clips of him in the office. Same clothes, same people walking behind, but none of his co-workers saw a camera when he showed them the video. The timestamp said it was posted tomorrow. He spent the rest of the day trying to figure it out, reverse searching every frame. No result. It didn't exist anywhere else online. That night, he left his phone face down, but it buzzed nonstop. New notifications. Your next clip is ready. Curiosity 1. He opened one. The camera angle looked like it was placed above his bed, pointed at the door. He froze, because he didn't own any camera there. In the background, a shadow crossed the frame. Slow, deliberate, as if walking toward him. He closed the app, unplugged his phone, but the screen stayed on for a few seconds longer, like the battery didn't matter. Next morning, he called the listed support number. An automated voice said, "Your query has been received." No human ever answered. He started digging through the app's code. Most of it was locked, but one script line stood out. Record probability from live event. Mirror ratio 1:1. He thought it was just technical junk, until he noticed that the term mirror ratio repeated in every data block linked to his user ID. He wrote in his notes, "It's not predicting, it's mirroring." The next few days were chaos. New clips kept arriving, sometimes minutes before the moments actually happened. He spilled coffee. It showed up in the app. He tripped over a cable. Also there, exact same frame, same timing. He tried filming himself to compare, but nothing matched the perspective. It was always like being watched from somewhere, just behind his shoulder. He asked a friend from a local university to analyze the data. The guy said the clips weren't videos at all. They were generated from motion data, like reconstructed memories. That made no sense. But the timestamps were undeniable. They came before the real moments, and somehow the system knew how they'd play out. Evan's last rational idea was that maybe the app recorded from sensors, microphones, or nearby devices, but when he turned off everything in his apartment, even the router, the feed kept updating. No uploads, no cameras, just new clips. One night, he opened the latest file and saw himself staring straight into the screen. Whispering something, he played it again, slowed down, read his own lips saying, "Stop trying to understand it." He slammed the laptop shut and sat in silence, heart racing. That wasn't something he remembered saying, but the clip looked too real to fake. He barely slept that night, and when he woke, the app had changed. There was only one button now. It said continue the sequence, and underneath, a timer counting down from 24 hours. Evan watched the timer fall all day long, each number vanishing like a breath. The app kept flashing short messages saying your upload is in progress and sequence sensing. By the time the counter reached 0, the room felt heavier. He hesitated before opening the screen. A new clip appeared titled Tomorrow. His fingers shook as he pressed play. The footage showed his own living room. Same couch, same curtains, only darker. The laptop screen glowed faintly. On it a file named The Feed Review Final Draft. He saw himself typing focused and tired, unaware of the phone camera watching from the corner. In the last second, someone's hand reached from behind him and turned off the light. He froze. The screen went black, his pulse hammered. He checked every corner of his apartment. Nobody was there. Silence thick like smoke. He tried recording himself with a real camera for proof, but nothing matched. The shadows never lined up. The reflection of movement was always 1 second behind. He called a contact, an underground programmer who once analyzed secret data systems. The man listened quietly, then said one sentence, "The feed does not predict. It reflects. It builds a mirror made of choices and forces you to live the one it already decided." Evan tried to laugh, but his voice cracked. The man hung up without another word. After that call, Evan stared at his reflection in the window. The delay was real. Half a second late. Maybe exhaustion. Maybe not. That night the app updated by itself. Number notification. No permission. Black background, white text reading recording live sequence. The front camera light blinked even though he never granted access. He taped over the lens, turned off the phone, left it in the drawer, and went out into the city air, trying to clear his head. He walked until sunrise. When he came back home, the phone was on the desk, unlocked, the screen glowing faintly, the same timer counting down from 24 again. The words next upload scheduled midnight. He pulled the battery, but the screen stayed lit for a few seconds before fading out like something breathing. When midnight came, the feed reappeared on his laptop. He never installed it there, but it was running. A new clip auto-played, this time high quality. The room perfectly lit, the angle exactly behind him. He saw himself sitting still, eyes glassy, lips moving slowly, whispering the same phrase he once read from a video before. Stop trying to understand it. Then behind him, another version of himself appeared. Standing, smiling faintly, motionless. The copy never blinked. Evan slammed the laptop shut, but the reflection on the black screen kept moving, its mouth still forming words he could not hear. He ran to the bathroom, turned on the cold water, stared at the mirror. It showed nothing for a second, just darkness. When his image returned, his eyes were slightly off-center, like they belonged to someone else. He smashed the glass, ran back to the living room, but the laptop was already recording again. The feed now displaying the same scene he was in, same lighting, same broken mirror in the background, except the chair was empty. From the speakers came a faint whisper. His own voice saying upload complete user replaced. His chest tightened. He grabbed his bag, laptop, wallet, ran down the stairs, got into his car and drove through the night. He told himself he would write the article offline, expose everything, disappear after that. At a rest stop hours later, he opened the laptop one last time to back up his notes. The feed icon was there again, glowing like an eye. A new notification read final sequence ready. He wanted to ignore it. He really did. But curiosity is a slow poison. He clicked. The clip started with him standing exactly where he was now. Same parking lot, same car, the shot from behind. The camera zooming closer until the frame turned black. The final sound was his own voice whispering, "If you are watching this, you are already next." 3 days later, his body was found in a roadside motel. Phone still open. Video paused on that last frame. The unsent article titled "The Feed Final Version" still on the desktop. System logs showed a scheduled upload set for midnight the next day. When the clock struck 12, the file published itself to a new account, a new feed, a new viewer, and the sequence continued. So, if you made it this far, maybe take a second to breathe. Maybe leave a comment. Tell me what you think about seeing things before they happen. And if you want to hear more stories like this, make sure to follow and stay close, because the feed never really stops.